Hey guys, it is day 29, and as you can tell by the shag, I've still yet to get a chance to go out and get a haircut. I spent a good portion of the day at work again, had meetings, ran way late, and I didn't even get out of the office till almost 7 o'clock. Poor driver was just sitting around waiting for me since 6, so I made sure to give him a little bit extra for his tip tonight just because I feel bad for being that asshole. I mean, I know that's kind of what they do for a living, but, people like to go home too, so I'm just not that kind of guy. Tonight, what happened tonight? A couple things, actually. So, they tell you not, like, the corporate security that we have, very into watching, the news and following trends, and they'll send emails out saying, hey, look, we know you're traveling in this foreign country. These are the trends that we see. Here's some of the stuff you need to be aware of. And one of the first emails they sent me was, hey, don't ride in the cars. Don't try not to take the taxis. Don't drive because, the road system's really congested. People very rarely follow, by U.S. standards, any kind of driving law, which, to be honest with you, I think these guys here actually drive 10 times better than the people in the U.S. And the reason I say that is people here pay attention. I mean, they're watching for people to walk out in front of them. They're watching for cars to cut them off. Nobody drives more than, 5-10 miles an hour, sometimes 20, because you just can't get enough open road. There's just too many damn cars. But so they're like, oh yeah, don't travel by vehicle, don't travel by train. And I get why they say don't travel by train. There was just a derailment on Saturday that killed 2 people. So, I'm kind of leery about that. But so again, they're always big worried about traveling. But what they don't tell you is don't walk on the sidewalk. I mean, like I went tonight and there's kind of this thing about being, the heavy kid, especially when you're growing up in, elementary school and high school, is that you don't, you try not to trip. And if you do, you got to have good ass balance because, being a heavy guy, nothing's funnier than watching a fat kid fall. I ain't gonna lie. I love to watch a fat kid fall. And, when I was growing up, I had a problem walking upstairs, not downstairs, upstairs. I walk up a stair, I miss that damn step, guaranteed fall on my face. That used to happen to me in Norfolk all the time. So, Booker T. Washington High School, the shit that you remember. But yeah, so I've learned over the years to have some really good balance and to catch myself. And tonight is no exception. I was on my way to do my about a mile and about 1.2 miles round trip to go get dinner. And I'm walking along, traffic's balls to the walls because it's about dinner time here at 8 o'clock at night. And I'm like, screw it, I'm going to get on the sidewalk because, that's safe. And half the roads here don't have, like, street lights. So you have to be really cognizant of how you walk and where you walk. And a lot of times you rely on the headlights of oncoming cars, the cars behind you, to light up the roads and the streets so you don't step in a pile of dog shit or cow shit or pothole or puddle or whatever. Because, the roads here just aren't taken care of. And if you're watching any of my other videos, you understand, you know that I've said this a few times. But, so, I'm walking along and traffic's busy. There's this guy walking in front of me. He's walking slow as hell. And I get it. It's hot as shit here. It's 84 degrees at 9 o'clock at night, and it's all humidity. So, you're not really walking too fast if you don't need to be anywhere because, let's be honest, you're trying not to sweat your ass off by the time you get to where you're trying to go. So, I'm like, screw this. I'm going to walk around this guy. I could use a nice little brisk walk, so I'm picking up my pace, and I jump on the sidewalk. Damn near bite it. I don't know what the hell I tripped on, but something caught my shoe and I was going down. Luckily, I caught myself, and by caught myself, I just, by instinct, balanced out and just kept on walking like nothing happened. But, of course, the guys in the rickshaws and their motorcycles will see me and they're cracking the fuck up. So, oops, dropped an F-bomb. Whatever. So, that was kind of interesting. Almost killed myself tonight. Then I'm like, okay, well, the sidewalk's not safe. I'm going to walk in the street because pretty much everybody here walks in the street because why? The sidewalks aren't safe. So, get to the street and busy as hell. And these guys on motorcycles and scooters, they don't give a shit. They're trying to get wherever they're trying to get, and they're going to cut in between traffic, get on the wrong side of the lane. It doesn't even matter. 5 deep, 6 deep, 7 cars across. They don't care. They're taking over traffic just to get where they need to be. And dude clips me with his mirror. Not hard. Like I said, traffic was so congested. I mean, people were doing 5, 10 miles an hour, so it was enough to let me know that he bumped me. I mean, he probably felt more of it than I did, but, I mean, it's like, dude, all the people you hit the damn one white guy in the whole damn country. So that was another interesting tidbit. You know, they're warning me don't ride with the rickshaw guys, and I'm almost getting murked trying to walk down the road. So, but again, I feel that the country here, they're driving, as much as it seems crazy, like in the U.S. we're like, look, there's dotted lines, and there's solid lines, and there's no passing lanes. That shit doesn't matter here. Like, there's a road, the car can go on it. These guys are going, and again, I'll give them a lot of credit. You don't see people texting and driving. You don't see people talking, well, except for the motorcycle guys, you don't see people talking on their phones. And, I mean, I think they pay way more attention here than the people in the U.S., so I actually give these guys a lot of credit. What else? So walk to dinner, and I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. These guys that work at the Galleria, I mean, these dudes work open to close. Like, from the moment their restaurant opens to the time their restaurant closes, it's the same 4 dudes in every restaurant. And these guys got eyes like hawks, man. I mean, I come up the stairs, and within seconds, I've got 6 dudes just trying to offer me their menu, want me to buy their food and have their dinner tonight. And it's a trip because the dudes at the Asian Walk, like, he knows that I like water. So, I mean, I'm trying really to stay away from pop and, you know, sugary drinks while I'm here because the caffeination's just not really helping me when I'm dehydrated as hell, walking a mile and a half to get dinner every night. So, I mean, dudes always offer me, he's like, well, if you're not going to buy Chinese, you know, buy a drink, take my Pepsi, take my Coke. Like, give me a water. So, I felt bad. I think I mentioned in my last video, I almost ganked the dude for 20 ruby water, which in the U.S., you know, that's 30 cents American cash. And, you know, you're buying a 20-ounce water here for 30 cents. Like, in the U.S., that's $1.25 easy. So I felt really bad for the guy, and I gave him a whole 100 ruby tip, which is about $1.25. So, you know, I felt really bad because the only guy, the whole restaurant, they could probably really afford to buy the water, ganks the dude. But, so the dude's cool. I mean, he doesn't, you know, he gets that I don't necessarily want Chinese every night. So I buy a drink from him, and I buy dinner from the other guys. And, but on the way to dinner, it was really strange, right? Because this dude out of nowhere stops me, and I'm walking down the road. I'm got my nice little, you know, clip and paste running, and dude's like, hey, yo, hey, man, sir. And he comes up to me, and he's shaking my hand. He's being real friendly, and of course, instantly, I go into defense mode, right? So my head's on swivel. I'm doing 360s without trying to get caught. That I'm like checking my fucking back, and another F-bomb. So sorry, John. Anyhow, you know, I'm looking around because being an American, and I understand that India's technically, by all geographically standards, this is Asia. But at the same token, we're close enough to the Middle Eastern countries where, I mean, if Indians are afraid of their own people, where they got to give me a pat down to go to the grocery store, I probably shouldn't be afraid of some of the people they have here. And seeing the newspaper where guys are, you know, murdering other dudes because they dishonored their sister and their family, or, you know, the paper just had Sunday, this guy and his friends shot, killed, and, like, chopped up this dude because he was sleeping with this guy's girlfriend. Like, you got to kind of wonder when a dude comes running up to you, shaking their hand, being real friendly. Sorry, but your head's got to be on swivel. You got to check your 6 for a second. So, you know, I'm looking around. I'm kind of doing my thing, making sure I'm watching for, you know, a group of people that all of a sudden I didn't notice the first time. I'm watching the shadows. I'm watching this guy hard, making sure he's not, you know, he's not making any kind of weird movements that look like maybe they're signaling to somebody. But in all aspect, when it was all said and done, this guy was really genuine. And the reason he stopped me, he wanted to know what it takes to get a job in America. This guy was dead set on moving to the United States and being like an engineer. He worked for some technical company in India. They have a head office in Jersey, and he was very interested in how he could get moved to the United States. And he was under the impression his aunt and uncle that live in the United States told him that he needs to come to the U.S. and have an American degree from an American college to get an American job. And I didn't have the heart to tell him that not everybody in the U.S. has a college degree and has a good job. Oops. I was kind of trying to brush this guy off because I was hungry as hell and I wanted dinner. But at the same token, again, this guy was very interested in, who I was and what I was doing in India and who I worked for and how does he get a job in the U.S. So I told him, I was like, U.S. companies want experience. They want people that know their stuff. They've got an education. They want experience. So I told him, I was like, gain some experience here in the U.S. and then just apply for an American job. So, he was kind of content with that, and he was explaining to me how he just had dinner and he was going for his nightly walk and had his headphones in, was listening to his iPod, and a very genuine guy. And the more I kind of think about it, in general, the people here in India are very genuine. Outside of the crazy fuckers that are killing, their sisters because they dishonor the family, or killing, his girlfriend's lover because, dishonored him. Who hasn't thought about that, right? Anyhow, but the people here just honestly just very curious. They're very interested in the world outside of India, and I've got to give them a lot of credit because, again, very polite, just very, very genuine. There's no way about it. These people here just enjoy learning about stuff out. They enjoy learning. They enjoy education. They enjoy being taught new things. It's something you don't see in the U.S. People in the U.S. nowadays, they assume that somebody else is going to take care of them. They have some kids, the government's going to take care of them, and, the baby daddy's going to handle it, or they got 12 baby daddies, and it don't matter, the government's going to handle it, and yes, I said government. Y'all get my drift. So, just different culture. The people here are dedicated to higher learning and education, and there's more engineers in this country than any other country in the world because they try, they want to learn, they have that hunger and that humility, and it's actually humbling. I come from the U.S. and I got my job from busting my ass, from proving I'm good at what I do, being the best that I can be, and I've got a really great job. I cannot complain about my job other than the fact that it's in Michigan. John, that's for you. I can't complain. I love my job. I really do. It's one of the reasons I've stayed here for 6 years. It's the longest job I've had since high school. And but the people here are absolutely amazing. They truly are just genuine individuals. There's no bullshit about these people. They're just like, look, I want to know who you are. I want to know how you got here. I want to know what you're doing here. And how the hell do I get out of India? And to be honest, I can't necessarily blame them. But, the more I'm here, it's really not that bad. It really isn't. Yes, it's different than the U.S. Yes, there are some things that I absolutely miss about the U.S., like 100 meg connections from Comcast, Call of Duty, a real cheeseburger. But things here are actually calm. I don't know what else to say, man. It was a cool night. So, other than that, obviously subscribe to the channel, like the Facebook page, share the video, come back and watch the rest. Today's day 29. Tomorrow's day 30, and actually the guys at work had a big meeting, and I think they really understand where I'm coming from, and they offered to take me out for beers tomorrow, so they don't know it's day 30. I'm probably going to get smashed. So can't wait to see that video. Other than that, peace out. I'll catch y'all tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, and sleep tight. Bye, guys.